everyone. My name is Miss Monica and I'm a librarian at San Antonio Public Library.
And today I wanted to show you guys how to make these awesome decorative ornaments for the holidays that you can either keep for yourself or maybe even give away as a gift. And they are relatively inexpensive to make. You don't need a lot of materials. And let's see. So you guys, you will need parchment paper, either yarn or twine, whatever you have on hand. Or if you have string, that's fine too. You're going to need some glitter, like regular glitter or glitter paint. Or if you find some glitter glue, you can use that as well. You're going to need a glue gun with glue, a stencil for the snowflake, scissors, paintbrush, and bam, you have it there. Now you don't need all of those materials. Some of those materials you can use in exchange for the other. And here we go. We're getting started. So first you're going to need your stencil and you put your parchment paper over it. And then I'm just going over here and tracing the stencil, as you can see. And I like starting at the middle, so I kind of just work my way out. That way it's not so difficult, or actually I don't go and start spreading around all of the glue everywhere by accident. So again, you're seeing me start from the middle and slowly moving my way outwards, adding those little branches there. Branches, they're not trees. Just adding the details to the snowflake. And you notice there that the parchment paper, I'm kind of running my glue gun right up against the paper and nothing is happening to it. It's not burning or anything. And this is why I really need you guys to use parchment paper and not something like wax paper, because the parchment paper will actually resist the heat. So like if you guys are making some cookies, you guys would not use wax paper. You guys can use parchment paper to put in the oven. And this is kind of the same concept. You're going to be able to put something hot on this parchment paper and it's going to be able to resist the heat and it will not get super sticky. And oops, you almost saw that I almost forgot one of those little pieces there. And voila! There we have it. Okay, next you see me getting, I have that glitterific glitter glue, but you don't necessarily need to use glitter paint. You can use, I'm going to show you 3 different kinds of materials that I use to put some glitter on my ornaments. But you can use whatever you have on hand. You can be as creative as you want to be. So here you see me just dabbing into the glitter, the glitter paint, and I'm just going to town with it and making sure that I get as much of that glitter on there as possible. And there's that first snowflake. So now we're moving on to the second one. And again, you see me starting there in the middle and moving my way outwards. So in this one, you do see that I am moving a little faster, and that's because I'm going to be using the dry glue. So just the glue particles. And you see me there trying to go as fast as I can because I want to make sure that the glue doesn't dry before I start laying down that glitter. So now I'm getting that glitter. It's not too expensive. I think I paid like $3. And I'm spreading the glitter right on that snowflake. And you see that I kind of got some over on the other side. So now I'm trying to move to the other side and finishing up. But again, that you see I'm trying to move a little faster. So maybe you can actually choose an easier design to trace when you're using this method of putting on the glitter. And yeah, I put quite a bit of glitter on that so that, I make sure that it is nice and covered up and saturated. So here is the last style that I had of Snowflake, and whoop, you see how this one is much easier, much simpler design, stencil design. So I'm thinking that maybe I should have gone with using the loose glitter on this stencil, and I could have just traced it really quickly, and then I wouldn't have had to put first, traced half of it and then put the glitter and then trace the other half and put more glitter. I think I could have just done it quickly and traced through the entire stencil and then put on the loose glitter. So yeah, I recommend that when you have a very simple stencil to use loose glitter on that so that you can trace the entire stencil quickly and then put the glitter over it. And there we go. And you're going to see me add this little last loop, this little glue loop over the ornament. And you see there how the loose glitter is kind of keeping the glue from adhering to the bottom of the parchment paper. Yeah, that's kind of a little frustrating. And finally, making the last loop on the last snowflake. And I'm going to go ahead and let those dry for a bit. And they should be done drying relatively quickly. So for this last one, I found some glitter glue in my drawer. So I'm going to go ahead and use the glitter glue to kind of trace over that final ornament. And as you can see, it already looks like it's dried. So I'm going over the ornament and just seeing what it's looking like this time. So it's not as thick as the loose glue, but it's also way more precise. And you can go ahead and let your glue gun glue dry so you don't have to go too fast. And now I am testing to see if it has dried, and yep, it looks like it dried. And I'm starting from the edges, pulling at the edges to make sure that I get every little piece of the snowflake, and then just pull up. And if you use parchment paper, it's not going to stick. And voila, there you have the first snowflake. And you do have those little spidery and cobwebby bits, and you can always pull them off afterwards. And the glitter, the loose glitter snowflake, is ready to go. So there you go. Popped it off, give it a little shake so that you can get rid of that excess glitter. Doesn't that look pretty? Yeah. And finally, you have your last snowflake. So you see there, the glue will still be wet, and you just if you want to leave it overnight, it'll definitely finish drying by the following day, but you can still pop it off and see what your results are there. Yeah. All right, so this is a final product, and you do see that I have already tied the twine around the little loop that I made up top. And there you have it. All right, guys, thank you very much.
And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to visit mysapl or mysapl.org or call 210-207-2500.